Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Welcome back to my channel. My name is Sarah Kumbrasise and I make reaction videos based on Islamic contents and current affairs. Like usually I'll watch the videos and then comment on them whilst watching them. But today I want to discuss something very important. So I'm not going to be doing that reactions. Now, what I'm going to discuss today is based on is based on something I used to do. Like I used to go to the masjids, the mosques, to talk to young girls about life, how to be confident, how to have your own opinions on matters that matter to you, and how to protect yourself from abuse and bullies and stuff like that. And most of the times after the discussions, the girls will come and ask me questions. Sometimes they'll ask me questions in private. Now, there's this particular thing that seems to be common amongst young girls, and they will usually want to talk to someone about it. And I believe it is something that is worth discussing because it is something that affects them, and this is regarding their fathers in their lives. Now, most of the times the girls would tell me that they feel like they don't have any bond with their fathers, and they feel like their fathers don't see them, and they kind of crave that attention from their fathers, and they don't know how to put it across. And some of them would be so emotional talking about this because it shows how important this is to them. And it is very important. And these young girls are emotionally and psychologically affected by this thing, where they feel like they don't have a serious relationship with their father. And some of them are living under the same roof with their fathers, but it's like the fathers are either busy or they don't know how to interact with their daughters to discuss matters that issues that matter to them. Now, my advice to these young girls is to try and see how best they can communicate with their dads. And sometimes I will take it upon myself to contact their parents and then tell them what the child is going through and how they are feeling. And most of the times the parents would say, oh, I didn't know, or they don't actually see that there is a void there. So most of the times they would try to connect and rekindle that relationship. Now, I cannot emphasize how important it is for fathers to be in their daughters' lives. When children are growing up around their parents, they learn from their parents, and these lessons become part of their personalities. It becomes part of their reasoning and rationale. It becomes part of who they are. These interactions leave an imprint on their lives. So it is very important for fathers, especially, to pay attention to their daughters, because this will teach them how to appreciate themselves when they grow up and become adults and become women. It will teach them to know their value, know their worth, know what to expect from other men and how to be treated by other men. Now, when you look at our society, our generation now, there is so many toxic relationships, there is so many dysfunctional relationships, because growing up many people don't have that role model in their life, especially from their parents, to learn how to navigate their ways through relationships and how to resolve problems. Now, this phenomenon had led to so many things, like girls not being able to choose the right partner for them. They would have the tendency of being attached to toxicity, the people who would not treat them right, and all of those type of things. So it is important for fathers to sit their daughters down and talk to them. And it is also important for them to have their friends around in the house so that they discuss, they talk to their friends, and their children would hear them speak and discuss issues, whereas they would know and pick up things that are politically right, and they would pick up ideas from those discussions and know how to in the future be confident and portray ideas and be able to hold conversations and their opinions. These are very, very important things. Now, today, when you look at our world, many young people look up to other people on the internet. Like we are now discussing the Kevin Samuel issue, and fresh and fit, or fit and fresh people, whatever their name is. People like that become role models because there is so many um, dysfunctional homes, and like someone who will put you down, you're going to that person still, empowering them, you're making them rich. Why? Because there is no good foundation. The basic foundations are not there. Therefore, women can be very addicted to people who will degrade them because their fathers have never seen them growing up. Even when they are living together, they emotionally, there is that this attachment, and there is so many other issues that they are being affected by. So yeah, I think it is, I keep saying it is important, but I cannot just emphasize how important this is. And it bothers these young girls. It bothers them. Sometimes they don't know how to talk about it. They don't know who to talk about it with, because even their moms are kind of like, he is here, what else do you want, or stuff like that. So this is a message to the fathers. Please, I know you are doing your best, running around trying to provide for your children and then all of that. But even if you don't live under the same roof, you're not with the parent, with the mom anymore, create time for your daughters. And even if there is not plenty of time, but make sure the time is a quality time. Spend quality time together, discuss issues, discuss being a man, being a woman, discuss life, discuss things that are happening. Let them form their own opinions and be able to communicate with you, and then that will extend to communicating with others as well. So yeah, this is something that I feel like I have to put out there for the fathers to be very mindful with their daughters and be there for them and listen to them and then discuss things with them. Sit them down, call them, sit them down. Invite your friends around, discuss topics with your friends. Let them hear you speak on ideas. Let them hear you speak on topics that are relevant, so that they would pick up from those things. Even with your sons as well, they will pick up from those things. You will not understand like how much this will affect them in the near future. So thank you so much for your attention, and thank you so much for being there and watching my content. I am grateful. Assalamu alaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.